100% sure, to be honest. It seems to be a bit of everything. General dog's body, maybe. No, I'm be doing the co-commentary for all most of the Aviva Premiership games that we've got, and then a bit of punditry as well. And we've got a midweek show, so I'll be a guest on that most weeks as well. We want to capture a new audience to rugby, and so in terms of innovations, we've got some new camera angles. There's a line-out cam. We'll be getting inside the change rooms every now and again. We'll be having access to the playing staff and the coaching staff during the game for chats and things. So we're just trying to get that level of insight a bit higher. I think just because they're back in the Premiership, I'm going to back Newcastle. It's a difficult place to go and play, and usually you see the team that comes up from the Championship just having that extra little bit of fire in them because they're so excited to be back in the Premiership. But also, it's early on, and a lot of the established teams haven't had the chance to gel together. It's a tough question. There's a number of reasons. You'd never bet against Leicester because of their pedigree, but having said that, they've lost their chief tactician probably in Matt O'Connor, who was head coach last year, and Richard Cockerell's banned for the first few games of the season. So it's going to be a tough start for them. You'd never bet against them, but I think Saracens have had a long run. 3 years I think it is without any silverware, and the quality of their squad, I think there's extra pressure on them this year, and perhaps not as many people are talking about them as they were last year, and I think they might sneak through. Yeah, I mean there's a few others as well. The Schuster, the prop, who's coming in to replace Castro Giovanni, he'll be very important. Owen Williams, the fly half, who's a real hot prospect, and with Toby Flood taking a couple of bangs to the head over the last couple of months, he might get more game time than expected. And I think they'll obviously be up and there, but I think Leicester have not made a lot of major signings. I think they're trying to concentrate on keeping the continuity within the side. Yeah, I really rate Gloucester. I think Nigel Davis has done an amazing job since he's come into Kingsholm, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw one of the top four from last year dropping out. I couldn't tell you necessarily who that's going to be. The season's very fluid, and it depends on the momentum, but I wouldn't be surprised if Gloucester were in there fighting at the end of the season. The two teams that didn't go down last year, I'm surprised by the lack of signings that they've made, or not necessarily big name signings, but people that you'd think would be competing hard for first team places, so I think they might struggle again, and particularly as London Irish have had a lot of their hottest talent pilfered by Bath in the transfer market this year, and Sale haven't really done an awful lot, so they've let a lot of players and bigger names go, and they're relying more on local youth players to try and get that old club ethos back, but I think they might struggle as well. Yeah, Northampton have gone more for the marquee signings with George North and Alex Corbisiera, the two Lions, and in particular Khan Foto Ali, who's probably in the top two scrum halves in the world, along with Will Genia, the Australian. So, that's their major signings who are going to have a big impact. In terms of sheer numbers of quality players, Bath have without a doubt brought in the most players. We've seen Gavin Henson probably grab most of the headlines, mainly for the wrong reasons, but they've also, as I said, taken four of London Irish hottest prospects. George Ford's come from Leicester to battle for that fly half shirt, and there's a lot of good signings in that Bath outfit.